Welcome back to Bloodborne. In this episode, we're going to try to kill Ebrietas, who we failed to kill before, even though we came close. Off screen, I did level up a lot. I'm at level 125 now. I think I was below level 100 in the last episode. And that was from doing a Chalice dungeon, a level 4 Chalice dungeon, the Loran one. It's not one that I'm going to show on screen because it's a dungeon that doesn't... It's not important to the story. It's a good way to level up. And I did that in preparation for the Defiled Chalice dungeon, which I will be putting on screen, because that one is ridiculously hard. I have powered up my strength to 43, so it's 7 points away from being maxed out, so I decided to put on a strength weapon, and this is a DLC weapon. And this is the Whirligig Saw. It's serrated, it does a lot of damage, and its special move is I can grind it like this, which is really nifty. But we're going to use that for our beast enemies, and we'll use this for our kin enemies. So now we have a versatile set of weapons to take care of any situation. Hopefully. The Ebrietas is a kin enemy. So ideally we'll do more damage than we did last time. I think I was only doing 80 damage a hit. What I want to do is get stuck between its tentacles behind it and use a Call Beyond, because I want to see, because I have a feeling most of the little orbs would hit it if I did that, but we'll see. Let's see if I can just run behind it. Let's see. Oh no! No, no! Oh wait, did they fix it? Oh, they fixed it. Oh, wow, that did a lot of damage. It would help if I had my sword tricked out. Alright, come on. Oh, it missed. That's a visceral. Oh, he's freaking out. I think I can... Oh, that didn't work out. Oh, that didn't do any damage that time. That's weird. I gotta go for broke here. Oh no! That's so cheap. I wonder if it still counts. Wait. Yeah, it must, because I get the chalice from it. Interesting. Wait a minute. That'd be really cool if that stayed dead. That fight would have been a lot easier if that very last... I guess the last two... I wasn't paying attention to the second to last one. But the last two casts of my Call Beyond actually did damage to it. I figured the way it would have worked is if I was standing right next to the boss and I used a Call Beyond, that most of the orbs would have hit the boss instead of just like the 3 or 4 that shoot off into the sky and track to him. But I guess not. Oop. Alright, use pokey damage with these fuckers. Oh, I missed. There we go. Hopefully that stuck. I don't want to keep fighting this boss. Oh, it did. Okay, I don't think I've ever had that happen before. But oh yeah, so that was Ebrietas. Clearly, the fight was easier than it was previously, which I purposely leveled up for. I kind of actually forgot about him, to be honest, but if you come down here and you walk over to this altar of sorts, you can see a kind of a dead spider-looking thing. And I can offer the Vile Blood Queen's flesh to this. Time flows in reverse for this scrap of flesh. So this is going to revive the Vile Blood Queen. And she'll be sitting back at the altar in Canehurst. And she'll pretend like nothing happened. And this is a way to reinstate the Vile Blood Covenant if you were part of it, but you accidentally allowed Alfred to kill her and pulp her. This is a way to bring her back. But you have to, of course, kill Ebrietas to do it. It's kind of shitty. I think, unless I've forgotten something, I think that's the entirety of the content in the main game aside from the last boss. I think. Let me take a look at these. Bergenworth. No. Did everything, did everything, did everything. Did Canehurst, did the Frontier, did Murgos, did the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. So, let's continue on with the DLC. Let's go right back to where we killed Ludwig. I have 70,000 souls. It's gotten to the point where it takes about, I think, 90,000 souls to level up. So anything between 0 and 90,000 is kind of chump change in a way. If ever you find yourself unable to level up with the amount of souls that you have, it's a chump change amount of souls. That's the way I look at it. It's liberating in a way, because I should be freaking out that I'm carrying 70,000 souls, but I'm not really. So this guy is kind of nuts. You can get in there later. Some frenzied cold blood. Why can't I lock onto this guy? Alright. Oh! That's what I was trying to avoid. And I'll just miss. Never mind. Oh, that's right. These don't stagger. Oh, okay. Now they stagger. Alright. Jesus. Alright, that's locked. That's the bedroom. This is a door that's I thought was locked. It is locked. Okay. Mm-hmm. I hear nothing. So the main game, excluding the DLC, revolves around one of the Great Ones doing its thing to have a child. And it's the cause of all the strife. This DLC is the same thing. It's another story about another Great One. And it's fucking around with human beings and humankind. There's a hunter somewhere here behind the door that's gonna jump out and get me. Look at the Fist of Gracia. I think this is a shield or something. Oh, it's a gun. There we go. A chunk of iron fitted with finger holes. The hulking hunter woman, Simple Gracia, ever hopeless when handling hunter firearms, preferred to knock the lights out of beasts with this hunk of iron, which incidentally caused heavy stagger. Gracia was a fearsome hunter, and to onlookers her unrelenting pummeling appeared oddly heroic. No wonder this weapon later assumed her name. So it's basically a gun weapon that you can just punch people with, and I think it causes stagger. Never used it. Didn't care to. It's not really my playstyle. There's a knife, bloodstone chunk. Wonder if it gives you that for this next part. Let's see. So this part's kind of fucky. It pits you against 2 hunters. One casts magic and one does damage. It's really fucking cheap. Where's the second one? There he is. Is that really not gonna poison you? There we go. I wonder if I can pull him down here. Oh man, if you come down here, that'd be really easy. No? Oh. So this guy's actually using Ludwig's Holy Blade, the other Ludwig weapon. You can see it's a great sword. I guess I'll just trade blows with this asshole in the hallway. Oh! Shit, the poison didn't last as long as I wanted it to. That actually worked out really well. I didn't know you could cheese them like this. I never thought to come back down the stairs. But you can hear this one casting magic at me. Now the question is, how do I get out of this fucking tunnel? Somebody is whispering, and I think it's the hunters? I can't understand what it's saying. Alright. So the only reason we got through that so well was you could cheese them on the stairs apparently, and our weapon's super strong. I want to say we're over leveled for the DLC right now, but the DLC is really fucking hard. So we shall see. Oh, I did buy another blood rock, so you can buy a blood rock at the Bath Messengers, and I did upgrade this weapon to +10 as well. So if there's a hole in the skull. Device is not operable. I forget, can I just... Forgot what to do here. Oh, damn it. I think I needed to go into the main doors in the very beginning and pick up Lawrence's skull. I think. Man, I can't remember the DLC. Let's see. Let's go back to Lawrence's skull. At least those hunters won't rev. They'll be gone for good. I guess the hunter's in this room here? No, he's in this one. Did I just walk by this? Oh, wait. No. No, I'm good. Okay. So I'm thinking I'll use this bonfire to go back. I think what I missed there was I was actually in a 3 or 4 episodes ago. I purposely skipped going into the main cathedral doors because there was a boss in there that didn't appear yet, but I just thought there was no reason to go in there. But now, if I'm remembering correctly, I needed to pick up Lawrence's skull. And then you use the skull and you put it inside of that other skull. I don't remember. Well, we'll check it out. This is the only place I haven't been. There's not a lot of beasts in the Hunter's Dream, or the Hunter's Nightmare. Still don't do enough damage to even three-shot these guys. It's kind of shitty. They're a lot of HP. Give shitty souls. Oh, that's what we didn't do in the main game. We didn't go fucking talk to the mother brain. Ah, I remember. Alright, now we get to try this out. Come get some. Alright, well, if you can't move very fast with it, that's not very useful. It's charged R2 is really good because it hits the ground and it does a little whirly whirl on the floor. This was my favorite weapon in the DLC when I first played. When I first played through the game, and I kept playing that same character. It was a strength build, of course, and this is all I used, and I had a great time just playing through the game with this. And then I found Amygdala's arm, so I started using that, and that was also great fun. Alright, so there's this jackass. Oh! These things suck so hard. I wonder if I can poison him. No? Whoa! No? Whoa! I guess he doesn't poison. Oh no, I want to okay. Yeah, so you can parry them. It's difficult, but you can do it. And we want to finish this now. Oh, he had the iframes! Yep, they give shit for souls, too. They're really strong. Alright, so this is the Grand Cathedral, but the Hunter's Nightmare version. There is an optional boss in here. He's sitting right there. He's just not alive yet. He's a reskin of the Cleric Beast, but he has more moves and he's really hard. I think this is the item we need. The Eye Pendant. That might be it. Is that gonna be here? Eye Pendant? An Eye Pendant which unlocks the Surgery Altar, yes. There are two cathedrals in the Hunter's Dream. One lies in the river, past the River of Blood, and another contains the private research hall of the Healing Church. Only chosen members of the Healing Church or their lamentable patients can enter the research hall using this eye. Grant eyes to Surgery Altar skull. So you put this in that skull that had a hole in it. And we're going to use this to save time. And since the old one who's in charge of the fuckery that is this DLC, his name is Koss. It's weird to think that hunters who die from being blood drunk in the real world come to this place when they die and lose their mind. Because that would imply that there's a connection between Koss and the Great One who's in the main game, but other than them being mentioned at all, I don't know why I'm going this way. Other than them being mentioned at all, there's really no connection between them. So it's really weird that they would just get pulled here for no real reason. Unless I'm missing a connection between Koss and the Great One that's responsible for all the bullshit in the main game. His name is the Moon Presence. It's the Pale Blood. And unless I'm missing some lore somewhere, some item that explicitly says that, or even implies that those who die in the real world are sent to the cursed realm of Koss, I can't think of a logical reason why purposely getting blood drunk would send you purposely to another Great One's realm of hell. That's kind of a shitty deal for a hunter. Alright, so let's try this again. I know what you say. Ooh! Yeah, that's why it's cool. It does a little bit of extra damage, although that was barely any to this guy. There we go. That one's so much smoother. And these hunters are dead, which is great. So these hunters, I mean, they were part of the Healing Church. They were each wearing each set. So the one with Ludwig's Greatsword was wearing the Black Church set, which was just the regular garb of a hunter of the church, and the other one was wearing the White Church set, which is one of the surgeons who experimented on people. And then you can see in this room, there's a bunch of beds and shit like that, where presumably you would put patients, and you can see there's the blood stands, like for blood transfusions and stuff. So it looks like the Healing Church has set up here, and they're experimenting on people. So they're part of this nightmare too. And there we can see another member of the church, I think, very dead. It's interesting. So members of the Healing Church also come here when they die if they get blood drunk. But they don't necessarily lose their minds. And the statues are kind of important too. So one of them has a bell, so you can tell that's probably a member of the choir, or they're all members of the choir. And it most likely depicts a scene, these statues, a scene of how the choir was trying to transcend humanity by forcing eyes, because the pendant is a symbol of an eye. They were forcing literal eyes inside of people's skulls. So they probably did surgery on these people's heads to put eyes inside their fucking heads. It's really fucked up. Alright, so there's a lamp. We're actually going to go back down the elevator because this is one of those trick elevators that has 2 floors to it. And I'm wondering if this is actually a statue or an actual skeleton. I can't really make it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to send that back up. And then we have a headless statue pouring water into whatever the fuck is going on here into a goblet, and everybody's praying around it. I don't know the symbolism of this one, but then we get Lawrence's skull. And Lawrence's skull is what actually unlocks Lawrence as a boss fight in the cathedral we were just in. So let's give it a read. Skull of Lawrence, first vicar of the Healing Church. In reality, he became the first cleric beast, and his human skull only exists within the nightmare. So this is his actual human skull. So the Lawrence's skull in the real world, where we touched it in the Grand Cathedral after killing Amelia, that was also actually his beast skull. It's just really confusing. The skull is a symbol of Lawrence's past and what he failed to protect. He's destined to seek his skull, but even if he found it, he could never restore his memories. So he's lost his mind, because he's a big-ass cleric beast now. And we can pull the lever and go down the elevator now. I'm not sure of the symbolism of this sculpture. This is clearly Lawrence's skull, so I guess it's a homage to him. And here we get the church cannon. So this is an oversized weapon used for the Healing Church, a type of cannon that fires a curved trajectory and creates an explosion upon impact. So this is the weapon that the big motherfuckers used outside of the Ludwig boss fight. Originally designed for use by brawny men with deteriorated brains, not just for the ordinary hunter. But the men lacked the wits to effectively operate firearms, and the weapon was quietly ushered into permanent storage. And we didn't read the Gatling gun either, I don't think. This is a highly customized portable version of the stationary Gatling gun operated by the old hunter Jura in Old Yarnum. It was the weapon of choice of the youngest of Jura's 3 companions. The Gatling gun boasts exceptional rapid-firing functionality, but it's considered a cumbersome weapon due to its excessive weight and insatiable consumption of quicksilver bullets. It's kind of useless. Is there anything else I didn't read? No. Oh god! I believe there's a blood rock hidden somewhere in this DLC as well, so you can get that blood rock and upgrade another weapon, preferably a DLC weapon. See if we can find a good one I like. Might just upgrade Amygdala's arm because it's another strength weapon. Come on. As you can see, they don't actually have faces inside of the hoods. So this area is confusing. This is the research hall. You can get bloodstone chunks from these. These are harmless. They're fucking creepy though. So we actually want to go this way and scare this thing out of the poison. There we go. A bloodstone chunk. I could stand to get poisoned right here. I don't really care. So I'm going to try to get this item. The blue elixir? Oh, we didn't get poisoned. Okay. So that door opens eventually. That's a shortcut door. And we begin our ascent. This area is very confusing. And these things are very violent. You have to kind of remember what floor you're on. As intuitive as that sounds. And see, they're all just walking in there. So, believe the staircase goes to nothing. I hope it goes somewhere. Fuck. Alright, so you can tell, this is the 3rd floor. And the shelves explode. We actually don't want to come up here just yet, but I want to kill this dude. Them not staggering really makes me angry for some reason. I don't know why it pisses me off so much. But let's go back down. Let's explore the 2nd floor first. It's a very well-made area. So at the very end, the thing is this central column actually moves up and down, so it changes the way the stairs move. Once you get to the very top, so then you basically have to re-explore the entirety of the area again just to make sure you didn't miss anything, because it readjusts the way the stairs have been, or the stairs are formulated. Very clever level design, in my opinion. And I think they're going to attack me. Yeah, so then they come out of here. Uh-oh, uh-oh. They do so much damage. Wish they would stop. They move inhumanly fast. But I guess you can cheese them through the stairs. Alright. And let's pick up this item. You see there's an item down there too, but it's on a platform we can't get to yet. It's because we have to readjust the stairs. I suppose I could fall off. Oh no, I can't because there's actual a railing there. Get under the balcony. Actually, I think we're out of time. I'm actually going to save the game out here. Well, you can't save, but that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we're continuing along through the research hall. Hopefully get to the top. Hopefully complete the area. This is a long area. But anyways, thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next one.